the questions and I'm here with the answers. Hey guys, assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Bazher and I'm here bringing you tips and insights into career, science, culture and much more. Make sure you subscribe, share and like because I'm going to be answering a lot of good questions during this video. Since the first video I uploaded, which was about doing my graduate studies in South Korea, I have received so many questions regarding the same topic. So let's get straight to it. The first question is about having a letter of sponsorship from the advisor within the university that you're applying to. I have to say that this is non-mandatory and it's not part of the requirements of acceptance into the university. However, it does increase your chances of acceptance. Alright, question number 2 is, what is the minimum accepted IELTS score? The minimum band for the IELTS score, according to what I know, is at least 6.5. And make sure you ask this directly to the department office. So your department office and the admissions office. Because some departments do not require it in case the medium of study in your previous university was English. Is there anything that I should do to raise my chances to get admission, like IELTS or something else? Yes, there's so much you can do to increase your chances of acceptance. Get the highest scores you can in all the standardized tests, including the English proficiency or even the Korean topic test. Write a really good statement of purpose. Show your knowledge, your experience, your background, where you come from, why you're interested in the lab. Everything should be very clear in your statement of purpose. The more you review your statement of purpose, the better. Get your advisor's approval first. Basically, if you have an advisor or a professor within the university who's willing to accept you under his supervision or in his lab, then that's just a bonus and it's, as I said, mentioned, 70% of the acceptance process. Learn Korean. Wherever you are, however long you have to go to South Korea, start learning already. Whoever you meet there, whether it's your professor or your lab mates or your colleagues, they will all appreciate that you're learning the language and it will certainly increase your chances of acceptance. One more thing that could increase your chances of acceptance is if you have a sponsorship or a scholarship from outside the university. Now I know that the Korean government offers scholarships, every university offers scholarships, but there are other ways of getting scholarships such as, so if you get a scholarship, if you secure your tuition payment, and that kind of relieves the university or the professor's lab you're applying to from the responsibility of paying for your tuition, which makes it easier for a professor to accept you just based on your qualifications and the documents you have applied with. Question number 4 is it hard to get scholarships as an undergrad? From what I've heard from undergrads who are studying in South Korea right now, yes, it is easy. And there are many students, even when I was there, I noticed that a lot of the undergrads were actually on scholarship. So some of them started the first semester by paying their own tuition, and then they achieved high GPAs in order to be qualified for the scholarships. There are multiple types of scholarships. Some of them are by the Korean government and the others are by the university itself. Make sure you check the website studyinkorea.go.kr, and basically you can find all the information you want in there, whether it's regarding the scholarships by the universities, or even if you're looking for information in general about the universities in South Korea, or if you're looking about government scholarships and so on. The key point is that you research, get to know your options, get to know which scholarships are available and which ones are suitable for you. The next question is a very important one and it's out there for all the Muslim brothers and sisters. Okay, so question number 5 is, what's the Muslim community in Korea like? What is it living there as a Muslim? Speaking from my experience, being a Muslim in Korea is not tough. There are no major difficulties that I faced personally. I was able to practice my religion freely. I did not face any discrimination or any issues. Through the almost 3 years that I stayed in South Korea, I noticed a few things changing to the better. And one of those things was the growth of the Muslim community. Basically, I was seeing more and more Muslims coming into the university, even on the streets and everywhere. If you're aiming to study in South Korea or you're somehow curious about it, then rest assured you're not gonna face any such problems. And the one advice I can give everyone is that choose your professor very carefully. You need to choose your professor based on how open-minded they are and how accepting they are of your culture and your religion. I was lucky to find a professor who was really understanding, and I even remember that he offered to empty a room for me in order for me to use it as a prayer room. But of course I didn't need it because there was enough space next to my cubic desk, and I just told him that there's no need to do that. But I'm just trying to show you guys that there are those people who will be extremely considerate, and maybe there are those also who will not be so considerate. So it's up to you to basically get to know your advisor and your lab mates prior to maybe application or even prior to full admission into the university, in order to identify exactly if this laboratory is suitable for you or not. Living as a Muslim, in terms of food, which is the most important thing ever created. We all love food, we need food, we all, food is just food. Us Muslims, we have a restriction that we cannot eat pig, which is pork, and we cannot eat any food that is not halal. The halal food has been available almost on every cafeteria on our campus while I was studying there. Not initially, of course, but maybe a year and a half later I noticed that it was initiated, and it was done by the effort of a professor and his students who kind of did the survey, and basically they followed up with the matter until halal food was offered in the university. Other than that, there was one halal restaurant outside the university, which was like 15 minutes to 20 minutes walk from the building where I lived, basically where I studied mostly. It was quite a walk, so basically I could not go there unless on weekends or after working hours. Other than that, halal food is abundantly available in Taiwan. So if you're a Muslim, you can always go there, buy your halal meat. There's the fresh, there's the frozen, there's all the type. There's even the ones that are marinated. Extremely good marination, I have to say. Masjids. On Friday especially, everyone used to go to the masjid. Now, there was only one masjid in Seoul, which was in Itaewon, and it was about 45 to 50 minutes away from the university. So depending on which university you're going on. And basically, I don't think many students could go there on a daily basis. I mean, you can definitely not go there for 5 prayers a day because, you have working hours and you have responsibilities at your lab. However, on Fridays, for instance, if your professor is considerate enough, you could just discuss it with him from the start. Tell him that, okay, I want Friday off or half Friday off so I can go do my prayer, my Jumu'ah prayer, and I can work Sunday or Saturday instead. Okay guys, thank you so much for listening. I hope this was beneficial for all of you, and I hope I answered enough questions, and I'll be answering more and more questions through videos just like this. Remember, there are no stupid questions except the ones you didn't ask, so just ask them all. So if you haven't noticed, I actually got over 300 views on my first video, which was about doing graduate studies in South Korea. I want to know what is it in that video that you guys liked, and what is it that you want me to include in my coming videos. So whether you have questions or any certain topics you want me to address, whether they were career relevant or not, make sure you just put them in the comment section, email me or Instagram me. I'm there for you. See you, take care, bye bye.